Yes, we're back on the 125 today, folks, and we're running a couple of errands up in Exeter. So these errands, the first one at least, is not actually for this bike. The first one, I'm saying, as I'm pulling into Peugeot Exeter, the first one is clearly not for this bike. No, the first one is for my 106 Quiksilver. And I'm trying to find if they have a parts department here. Service and parts in main showroom. Well, I'll tell you what, let's take this tiny little space here that isn't really a space. Almost like they made that for a motorbike. That'll do. Well, I don't go to Peugeot very often for parts because I just don't need to now, with the internet being the way it is. Although saying that, I did used to go to Peugeot in Torquay. There was a very helpful father and son team at the Peugeot parts department in Torquay, but that branch no longer does parts. So whilst we were up here, it was a bit of a long shot, but I thought I'd pop in and see if they could get what I was looking for. It's not this part that I was asking for. I'm not desperate for it. If anything, I'm being a little bit particular. So, could they get me the part that I was after? Well, no, they couldn't. Which doesn't surprise me. I mean, the car is 22, 23 next year, and she was a late one on the production run. There are 106 Quiksilvers out there that are already 27 years old, so it doesn't surprise me that they couldn't get the part I was looking for. However, although he couldn't get the part I was looking for, he did print me out a couple of part numbers. So part numbers, when it comes to parts and Google, yeah, the part number is your friend. So I haven't got the part, but I will do a little bit of Googling when I get home, see if I can get it. It's obviously some obscure part. It definitely changed towards the end of the production run. We'll have a look. If not, we'll carry on as we are. Right then, next errand. Oh, now then. Yes, this is the junction. This is the somewhat complex junction at Sainsbury's, which I have done several times before, but normally from that direction, going back the way I just came. Now, this second errand that I'm running is to a powder coaters, assuming I can find them. What's this guy doing? Not that there's anything wrong with the powder coaters in Ipplepen. They did a good job on Rafiki's wheels. The only thing is they don't stock colour. So they're fine. Where shall I park? Yeah, they're fine if you want black or silver. I suppose I could buy the powder from somewhere. I don't know where, don't know how much. It would be great just to have a powder coaters that I can go to and say, here, I'll make this really obscure gloss grey, you know, or pick from a colour chart, and have somewhere that I can just bring some parts to and just say, look, can you turn all these rusty brackets from this car or motorbike into a nice gloss black so they look brand new? Well, let's go and say hello. Well, that was very productive. The guy had a colour chart which is exactly what I just said that I wanted. It's for the 106 Quiksilver's rocker cover. So yeah, it's for Lexi's rocker cover, which has never actually had a proper colour to it. When I bought the car, the rocker cover was rusty. I replaced it temporarily with another one, but that had been painted by someone. So it is a little bit hit and miss trying to work out what colour her rocker cover is meant to be. But I think I've got a very good approximation going at the moment. So in a couple of weeks' time, I'll pick up that rocker cover and we'll see whether it's how I picture it in my head. But yeah, very nice place, nice people. Having the colour chart was exactly what I wanted. I asked them about the swing arm as well, because I'm still not comfortable with the swing arm on this bike. And the reason why I brought the bike with me today was because I wanted to try and colour match the frame of this bike. And with the guy having a colour chart, it was a handheld colour chart, you know, pretty old school. I was able to just take the colour chart outside and match to the existing colour of the frame. So that's probably a New Year's job, that is, actually. Get the swing arm up there, get it powder coated into a proper colour, because it's still that one thing after all that work we did on this bike, and I'm glad to have the bike back. So much so that I'm just constantly riding this bike at the minute, and poor Laren doesn't get a look in. But yes, the colour of this swing arm, it's very similar to the original colour, but I never really understood why the back end of this bike is black but the swing arm was slightly grey, and now that I've painted it, it's even greyer. It's definitely too light. I want it not exactly black, not like the wheels, but the frame is a very, very, very dark, it's some shade of black or some shade of very dark grey. So we'll get that done in the new year, and then that's just one of those niggling things that will no longer be bothering me about this bike.